is my go-to face of the day at the moment. I've been quite busy, and usually though I change my makeup up most days to suit my mood. I've needed something that I know is going to last all day, look good whatever situation I'm in, and I'm not going to have to think about. So this is what I've been doing. I've got a bit of angry skin at the moment because I'm reacting to something, but you don't have to do that to your face. Okay, so I know I've been using these a whole lot recently, but this is the Rimmel, and it's broken obviously, Scandalise eyeshadow stick in Bluffing. I have a horrible feeling they don't do it anymore. But I run that along by the lashes and then I sort of buff it up. Now, one of the things I've always been envious of is people who have like a signature makeup look. On a day-to-day basis, they obviously just do the same thing every day, and I always think, God, that would be so great, I need to just do that. And I always do it for a couple of days, and then I'm like, oh, I fancy wearing this eyeshadow palette today. End up doing that, and I'm just not. I just wear makeup according to my mood. But recently, I haven't been doing that. Recently I've been doing this a lot, and that's partly because I've been doing a bit of makeup work, so you want your makeup to look good. You don't often have a lot of time. So this has been my sort of go-to, quite quick and effective thing that I've been doing. Now, I did a full review of all the different eyeshadow pencils that I've been using, and it was really hard to pick my favourite one, and this one has got messy and it falls out of its, you know, the inner bit of the pencil falls out all the time. But what I really like is this has a sort of sheen to it, not a glitter, a sheen that sort of gives you the same effect as that sort of glossy lid, but without the stickiness of the gloss, if that makes sense. And also they're really good as eye bases. So sometimes I just wear it like that, and sometimes I put a little bit of this, which is the Bourjois over Rose, and I blend these two colours together and I just do them in the outer corner a bit. Now the Rimmel doesn't completely set, it does have a bit of movement in it, but it all ends up looking quite grungy and worn, and I like that. So I don't have a problem with it. But if you have a problem with that, then I would probably always set it with a similar colour. My son has just started reception and I'm going to the drinks tonight. This is the Lancome Art Liner, and I've been doing a sort of straight out flick. So because I'm going to these drinks and my neighbour is coming to babysit, I'm not going to have time to do my makeup before I go out. So I want stuff that's going to last and look nice and look okay for the pub, but not too overdone. The older I get, the harder, look at my hair, that's good, isn't it? The older I get, the harder it is to do these flicks because my eyes are getting hooded. And if you've got hooded eyes, just make sure that you're looking straight ahead. So what I might do is I might take them down a bit after I've done my mascara. Then I use my Louise Young palette. I'm going to use the Black Bear, the black one, because it's the best. It is the best. There's no better black eyeshadow. If you're aware of black eyeshadow, or just aware of eyeshadow, this palette is incredible. So when I've been doing the flicks, I've been starting, because I've got round eyes and I hate them, I've been starting this end, because if you do it all the way over the top, it kind of rounds them up. But I then sort of blend into the lashes with the black shadow, so that I don't just have liner starting really suddenly. It also smudges the top of the liner a bit. so that it just looks a bit more worn. Then this is going to ruffle some feathers. This is the Unique Moodstruck Epic Mascara. Now, a very nice follower of mine is a Unique lady, and she sent me this to try, and I admitted to her, and I happily admit to anyone who will listen, that I am snobby about Unique, partly because you get quite pushy, people trying to sell it to you, and for lots of other reasons. So I did say to her, you know, I'm snobby about Unique, and she insisted that I would like this mascara, and I really do. It smells not very great. It smells like mascara used to smell before people complained enough about mascara smelling that some scientists worked out a way to make it smell less chemically. But I don't mind, because it's not like you can sniff your lashes, and it is quite epic. Really lengthening, nice to use, traditional bristly brush. Good no-nonsense packaging. I'm impressed. Okay, so up next is this, which I've reviewed to death. There's a full review on the blog. Oh, I'm covered in black stuff, so that's all going to go in my face. Full review on the blog, and I've done a quick review of it as well. I'll link to those below. But I had a very nice facial the other day. A friend of mine for my birthday took me for a spa day, and I had a facial with essential oils, and my skin is so sensitive, and I just didn't have the heart to be like, yeah, my skin's gonna hate that. And it's very nice to have someone rubbing your face. And my skin's really cross with me, so I don't want to wear anything too heavy, and this is really moisturising. Right, because of my crappy skin, I've been wearing quite a few concealers of late. I would use the Pixie Correction Concentrate, but I've left that upstairs, and I'm lazy, frankly. So this is the Clarins Instant Concealer, which is still pretty much my go-to for if I need quite a hefty under eye whack, which I do at the moment, because the baby's very good. The baby wakes up once in the night, and then I don't go back to sleep. So today I was awake from 2:30 until about 6. So I use that under the eyes, and then on my spots I use the Hourglass Hidden Corrective, and a bit there. Because this is so fantastic on spots. I might use a bit of this, which is the House of Glam Dolls. I'm going to use a bit of the Illuminator. Just in the corner. Right, so you can see, or maybe you can't see, that my skin's got a bit of redness because of it being so generally cross with me. So what I do is I'm going to put a bit of blusher on. And of course it's the Rose Glow by Daniel Sandler, because it's my fave. I'm going to set under the eyes with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. So as you can see, my redness is showing through a bit, but I didn't want to not put blusher on, because as my skin settles down, then I'll have no blusher. So that's why I do all my cream products. I'm now going to set where my spot was, using a different loose powder. This is the Cover FX one. So if you were here and you were looking up close at my face, you'd be able to see a sort of matte patch where I've set the concealer. And this is another reason why I just love this product. I'm actually going to do it a tiny bit with my House of Glam Dolls wheel and sculpt one, just a tiny bit, because I stood on the scales this morning, which was a silly, silly, silly way to start the day. First time I'd weighed myself since having a baby. I'm going to use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. On my lower lashes, and MAC Smolder on my waterline top and bottom, doing my eyeshadow, my eye pencil face obviously. Right, so this is where this comes into its own. This is the Hourglass powder that I obsess about all the time. Firstly, I'm going to put it just above, so that if the Rimmel starts to edge its way up my eyelid, it's going to meet the powder and not really be able to move in quite the same way. And then I'm going to set my whole face with it. Now this is a finishing powder, so I'm going to do a whole video on this, but I tend to set my whole face with it because I feel like it just pulls everything together. So you don't have the matte bit where you set that, because it's all got the same finish, and it's just really, really light dusting I put on. And then I might just finish up with a tiny bit of this blusher. On the lip is the trusty lip trio from Louise Young. This one is Enigma, which is my favourite and her favourite. And that's it. I've zoomed in because I know it's kind of hard to see. So it's a bit of a flick, but not a major flick, and kind of grungy, taupey coloured eye, because that suits my green eyes. Pinkish lip, but not in your face pink. I might put an in your face pink on later. And just good looking natural skin, and that's why I love Daniel's blusher, because it just goes in with your foundation, so it just looks really natural. And the thing is, this will do me for the rest of the day, and then later if I want to or I need to, I can add a bit more blush, I could add a bit more shape. I'd use the Film Star Bronze and Glow from Charlotte Tilbury to do that. I could change the lip up if I wanted, but the basis is there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. It literally does take me 5 minutes. I know this video is not 5 minutes, but God, I've been a bit chatty. Thank you so much for watching.